Trying to build my wealth 1 week at a time with my weekly stock market investing. Today I'm going to take a quick look at 4 stocks that I'm either looking to add into my portfolio or looking to add to my current positions. I'm more of a growth style investor with my education and background in semiconductors. I do focus on a lot of players within the semi industry. One of the stocks I'm going to take a quick look at is AMD. This is one that has taken quite a hit this past week and one that's looking a little bit more attractive to me right now. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, check out the pinned comment for a free Discord, free newsletter, and a lot of great investing links. So let's get started. All right, so like I mentioned, the first stock we're going to take a quick look at today is going to be AMD. We can see right now from its Wednesday high, the stock is down almost 14%. And what happened? Recently, we've seen that AMD falls because of a Barclays downgrade that believes there might be a slowdown coming for this market. And I've kind of talked about AMD in the past, numerous about this kind of Barclays analyst and all these downgrades that are happening right now, especially in the semiconductor. So make sure to check out my previous 2 videos where I go a little bit more in depth on it. But now I want to take a quick look at why I believe this is more of a long-term opportunity for me. First, this is a company that provides solutions for the data centers. Their EPYC server processors continue to get heavily adopted by big cloud providers. They recently also made an acquisition of Xilinx. With the acquisition of Xilinx, they added new markets to their portfolio. For example, the embedded market, which comes with things like automotive market, automation markets and robotics, and even aerospace and defense. So a brand new market opportunity for AMD, which looks super exciting. Some other things that I want to mention about AMD is this is a company that produces new products almost on a yearly basis, and they have a strong roadmap, and they usually stick with the dates for these roadmaps. By the end of 2022, we are expected to get new processors for the overall Genoa, for the overall server processors. Like I mentioned, their previous generation 3, Milan, continues to get heavily adopted by big cloud providers. And I believe Gen 4, Genoa, is also going to do great things. Not only are they making new processors for the CPUs in data centers, but they're also focusing in new GPUs and other kind of products within their line. So with the current negativity kind of fueling AMD right now, this is one I'm keeping an eye on right now. This is already a really big position in my portfolio. It's one of my top 5 holdings. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video and keep listening for this great offer we have for the community. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investments. So I'm proud to partner with the Motley Fool to bring you a discount for one of my favorite services the Fool offers, the Motley Fool Stock Advisor. Go to fool.com/Jose to sign up and get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 new picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor has been a market-beating service. So what are you waiting for? Thanks again for the Motley Fool. Now on to today's points. The second stock we are going to take a quick look at is Shopify. And this one we can see is down over 59% from its all-time highs. This has taken a huge hit, like pretty much the whole growth market. But again, I am more of a long-term investment. I don't need this money anytime soon. So I'm kind of doing more of long-term mindset. And right now, I want to say like most people in the world are trying to find ways to make more money online. And e-commerce has become one of those tools where entrepreneurs can kind of build an online business. And kind of in my research, the one I see always on my top list tends to be Shopify. We can see in their most recent quarter, they grew Q4 41% year over year. They're still growing strong in merchant solutions and subscription solutions. Shopify is literally the one-stop shop to kind of make your e-commerce platform. The great thing is they're constantly adding new integrations to other platforms where you can link your store to that store. For example, in March 22nd, they kind of released Link Pop, which is a way to just offer new solutions for Shopify. Again, all these new solutions, I wouldn't say are ever anything dramatic changing, but it just adds more tools to the toolbox that Shopify is. And I believe investing in toolboxes that have a lot of tools is better than investing in an individual tool itself. Other great things about Shopify is they do mention for their 2022, they're investing heavily. Two of my favorite things that they're investing in: one, going global, right? They still want to expand into international markets, which I think is pretty interesting and one that I can see huge growth potential. And the second thing is they're trying to grow from first sale to full scale. And like I mentioned, Shopify is pretty much a toolbox with numerous tools, and they just want to improve that even more. All right, the third stock I'm going to take a quick look at is Block. Again, I'm really big right now into the overall digital market. I do believe fintech has taken quite a hit, even though I don't believe it's going anywhere anytime soon. We can see from kind of its 52-week high, the stock is down about 51%. Growth stocks have taken quite a hit. Obviously, 2020, 2021 valuations were maybe a bit crazy. Hindsight is 2020, but I do believe this is a great investment for me for the long term of things. So what do I enjoy about Shopify? So Shopify has two main purposes, right? First is the Cash App gross profit. One that's interesting, but it's not my number one thing for Square, right? So their Cash App, we can see gross profit is up nice amount year over year, 37%, but it is kind of flatlining for the kind of the past 4 quarters. The one that really excites me is Square's gross profit. This is their seller ecosystem, and we can see that is up 54% year over year, and it's also continuing to grow quarter over quarter. My favorite thing about this is the growth potential from international markets. We can see gross profits in markets outside the United States is only 9% of Square's gross profit, total gross profit, and we can see this is growing dramatically. And Block right now is still expanding into international regions. Here we can see on March 15th, Square announces partnership with Codebase to expand a little bit in Scotland. Here we can also see Square Loyalty and Square Marketing launch for Irish businesses. And most recently in January 25th of 2022, Square announces official launch in Spain after successfully early access program. Like I mentioned earlier, right, 9% of total gross profit is coming outside of the United States, so there's still huge growth potential here. Now the final one, I believe, is one that's getting so much hate right now, and it's one that I believe has the most optionality coming in at the moment, and that is going to be Meta Platforms. Meta Platforms has taken quite a hit. It's down over 41% from its 52-week high. This is also a stock that has kind of shifted its mentality of kind of going into the metaverse. I've done many episodes before where I believe the metaverse is a true extension of social platforms, and for that I do believe it is a great move for it to go there. Again, my overall opinions, but before I go any further, I want to show you how strong this company is. Right now they have 57 billion in cash and in cash flow from operations in the trailing 12 months. Let me say that again, 57 billion dollars. They have about 48 billion dollars in cash and short-term investments, and they have $0 in total long-term debt. So this is a company that fundamentally is able to kind of deal with random shifts and optionality. Again, I don't believe this metaverse push is any form of random, and I do believe it is an extension to social platforms, and we're going to see a lot of more social platforms kind of do this in the future. And one of the things I like about Meta Platforms right now is they are investing a lot in improving their technology. And I understand some investors might not like it. And let me just share why I think this is pretty awesome. So they are expanding to see total expense grow. And the reason is they're investing in technical and product talent and infrastructure related costs. They also expect their capital expenditures to go up. Reason being is they want to focus in investments in data centers, servers, network infrastructures, and office facilities. So let me just say right now, social platform has pretty much been a text and kind of imaging thing. Facebook is kind of focusing and kind of moving into the video world as well. And the video needs a lot more processing, it needs a lot more networking, it needs better infrastructure. So the investments that they're doing, sure, it might be looking as an investment for the metaverse, but it's actually an investment to make sure that the products that they have right now are sustainable and they're providing great experiences with minimal downtime and with minimal lag. And that's what is needed for a website. You don't want to go to a website and have some form of laggy issues because the company can't provide stronger investments in their data centers. The other thing is this money is being built to kind of improve artificial intelligence, to improve virtual reality hardware, and to just provide investments in these kinds of technologies. And maybe right now, Facebook is not a tech company, but the amount of talents that they're hiring, the amount of engineers that they're hiring, the amount of positions I see out there, and the amount of recruitment they are using, I do believe Facebook is going to become a huge tech company. And if you go to AI Facebook, it shows a lot of great information of all the kind of ways that they're going from gaming, from infrastructure, from artificial intelligence to metaverse, and how the technology that they're building right now can probably shape the future. And that's why I believe Facebook, even though it's a social advertising platform right now, they have the optionality to become a huge growth tech company in the future. So I hope you guys enjoy these 4 companies. I know some of them might be some radical thinking in my mind, but again, this is my investment styles, and I do believe in huge growth potential for all 4 companies. So take care, have a good day, and see you next time.